I don't know if you guys can see what is happening, but this camera looks decent. Like, just check this out, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it. Is this clear enough? The only problem or the only chip that I've noticed is okay, so I just received this parcel right in front of my door and I'm like, okay, this is quite surprising and I think I need to make a video about this. So not so long ago, I did met a lady on Facebook who was selling a camera, a DSLR camera. When I reached out to her, I was actually looking out for a few specifications that will suit my needs. So in case you don't know me, I'm a photographer. I've been in the industry for quite a few years now, and I recently got a full-time job as a main photographer in JS Capture, which is based in Edmonton. So I'm like, okay, fine. I can't always be using my Lumix GH5 Mark II for photography, which is what I've been using since I started the job. I'm not saying it does not shoot. It does the job perfectly well. I mean, for the type of work that I do, I think it does all right, especially if you put some great lenses on it. GH5 Mark II can also do amazing photography work. But I'm like, no, this is my main videographic camera and I'm actually looking to sell this camera as well. So I don't need to stress the life out of it because purposely the main intentions for this camera is for video work. So in that case, I had to get myself another camera which will more suit the photography job. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me go on Facebook and see what I can find. And when I got there, I got a camera on Facebook selling for 450 bucks. That's Canadian. So I'm like, okay, let me reach out to the lady and get a few information because, I mean, when you're buying used item, obviously there is a catch, especially for that price. So I reached out to her and she's like, yo, it's available. I bought the camera 3 years ago. It comes with a battery, the charger, no lenses, just a body. Then I didn't hesitate. I'm like, okay, that's fine by me. What is the shutter count, please? Can you please send it to me? And she sent me an image of the shutter count. And that was the craziest thing, okay? So look, I don't buy cameras with high mileage. Well, let me not say high mileage because most of the time when I'm buying cameras, I don't actually check out for the shutter count. I just buy the camera regardless. When I reached out to her, I asked her for the mileage and she sent me the photos. It was almost to 150,000 attenuations. The shutter count was almost clocking 150,000. And I'm like, wow. I was kind of surprised. So I'm like, okay, fine. Just out of curiosity, let me just buy it, have it in my hands, see how it performs and see if this is real. And yes, I do understand there are a whole lot of cameras in the market with millions and whatever lifespan out there. But to me, like I said, I don't usually pay attention to the shutter count because I feel like it's really not necessary. But this time when I did pay attention, it was quite surprising. 150, almost to 150, well, it's 140 something, but almost to 150 is kind of crazy because on the internet, it states that the lifespan of the 6Ds can actually go up to 100, let's say 100, 140 there. So this camera is supposed to be dead by now. And if you are surprised, you don't know what is happening, the shutter count is more of the mileage of a camera. So if you do have a vehicle, the odometer, the kilometers, the distance that you've been going, that is the same thing that we have with the cameras as well. So the more clicks, the more it goes up. And every camera has its own life expectancy. So there's certain duration or there's certain counts that the camera can hold up to. And for this camera, I was kind of surprised. So it came in this package. It's got my address here. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to hold this because this is how it came in. But I've already seen what is out there. There's nothing in here already. I've already taken it out. Obviously, I need to see what is happening. I mean, me first. I bought the camera, so it needs to be me first. So yeah, we need to throw that away. So this is the camera, and yeah, it did not come with the lens. This is my personal lens. It actually came like this with a cap on it. So this is the 6D, and if you don't know, there's two types of this camera. They do have the 6D WG, 6DN. Most people prefer the WG. People who know about these cameras always prefer the WG because it comes with the GPS and the Wi-Fi. The other ones does not. So yeah, this camera has high mileage, and it has actually passed the expected duration, the expected shutter count that was listed on the internet, which is mind-blowing. Okay, like I said, it did come with the body, and if you guys can see here, it looks sweet. I don't know if you guys can see what is happening, but this camera looks decent. Like, just check this out, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it. Is this clear enough? The only problem or the only chip that I've noticed is this portion here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's got some scratches right here. But other than that, and even this side as well. But the main body, I think this is actually because the person was grabbing it this way. But other than that, this camera looks amazing. That got me thinking, does shutter count really matters? I don't think that is the case. I mean, if you're buying a camera, you should always check out for the shutter count, but that shouldn't be your main focus. I think if the body is way cleaner and it still shoots perfectly, this camera can go beyond. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories of people having 1 million plus and all that. It is there, but it also depends on how you handle the camera. For this, I don't think they really stressed it out. I think it was used normally. I mean, it wasn't really bad. I can actually tell from the condition. And it's being a lady, she had it for 3 years. I don't know how long I'm going to have this for, but I think we just need to watch out. So this is going to be my main photographic camera from now. So whatever happens, subscribe to the channel like this. If it fails, I'll give you guys an update on it. And if it still holds up, I don't know, probably the next 5 years or so, we'll be here to see what happens. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. Let me know what's the highest shutter count you've ever seen or heard of. And let me know also your experience about high shutter count in general. Thank you guys for coming. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy shooting. Peace.